Okay, so we're gonna start making our gingerbread houses. These are our dry ingredients. What do we have in here?
In here we have 6 cups of flour, along with 1 teaspoon of salt, soda, cinnamon, and ginger.
Okay, and what do we have in this pot?
Over here is a pot of molasses, a cup of molasses, a cup of sugar, a cup of shortening, and 2 tablespoons of vinegar.
Okay.
And we have brought that to a boil, and now it's stopped boiling, and we're cooling it just a little bit.
Okay, what are we gonna do with that?
We're
ready?
going to take this over and pour it in our flour
Okay,
mixture.
let's do it.
Now I turn the machine on so that as I pour, it starts mixing right away. And I pour slowly.
And about how long are we gonna mix this for?
We're going to mix this until it becomes the consistency that we want to use it, that it's going to be good for dough.
What is that?
A nice that's not too sticky. It won't stick to your hand, but that it will stick together. Okay, I'm going to stop it right now because we have to add 2 eggs to this mixture.
Okay. And this dough is not for eating, correct? This is just for building gingerbread houses.
This dough has all natural ingredient in it. You could eat it, but it's very hard, and it would be very hard on your teeth. Now with the addition of the eggs, sometimes your dough gets too soft. And so what I need to do is once those eggs are mixed, I'm going to stop the mixer and check the dough. And if the dough is not a consistency that I want, then I'm going to add some flour to it. And I'll be able to show you here in just a minute.
Okay, so we think we're ready.
I think we're ready. You can see how the dough is kind of cleaning up off the sides. So that means the dough will stick together, but it won't be too hard to roll out.
Okay. So about how many houses is this gonna make?
If this will probably make about 8 to 10 Christmas houses, just depending on how thick I roll the dough.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna start rolling the dough. We took it out of the mixer. Grammy likes to roll it when it's nice and warm.
Rolls easier. You get a nice smooth dough, and it's all the same consistency. You need to make sure though that you keep flouring it as you turn it, because what it will do is it'll stick. Yeah, so you always keep it floured.
How thin are you gonna roll that?
I'm gonna roll this about 1/8 of an inch.
1/8 of an inch.
And a quarter to an eighth.
Quarter to an eighth.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have already pre-cut and laminated our pattern for our gingerbread house, and now we're trying to fit the whole house onto the rolled out dough, and that rolled out dough again is about 1/4 of an inch to an eighth
Probably
of
more
an
than
inch.
1/8, yeah.
But it will thicken up as you bake it.
Because you've got baking soda in there.
And now we're gonna cut this out just using a plain paring knife. Okay, so we have cut the patterns out using a paring knife. Make sure you cut the windows out of your pattern before you bake it, otherwise you won't have windows. Grammy is using a convection oven, and about how long is it gonna take to bake this?
On a convection oven, you can bake these in 10 minutes.
Now what if you didn't have a convection oven?
Then you go to a regular oven, and the time becomes closer to 12 to 15, depending on the oven.
Okay.
So it is a little shorter time if in fact, if your range does a convection part. Not all ovens will do that.
Okay. Now, are we going to be able to put 2 cookie sheets in the oven at the same time?
You know, I generally don't, because what happens is it bakes at different temperatures then, so I normally only throw 1 in at a time.
Okay.
Because you have, this is all dough that's left over from your cutting, and there's a lot of dough there, so that this dough doesn't go to waste or doesn't dry out. Pick it up, put it in a plastic, a Ziploc bag, so that you can seal it. And then what we'll do a little bit later when we start getting low on dough is I'll put this in the microwave and heat it up, and I can actually rework this dough, and we can re-roll this out so this dough won't go to waste.
Okay. Okay, so we have put all of the old gingerbread scraps in a Ziploc baggie and divided it up into a smaller baggie. And now we are putting that in the microwave for how long?
I started out by doing this for 20 seconds, but you can see how nice and soft it is.
Smooth it gets again. So
Yeah.
20 seconds, move it around until it gets the consistency
Right,
ready to
and
roll
then
out again.
and then if it isn't what you want, just give it another couple of seconds and do it again.
All right. Okay, so we have put crushed up Jolly Rancher inside the windows and set the oven on broil. We're going to set the timer for 2 minutes, which is actually 3. And when we're done, it will come out and look like this. So it looks like stained glass windows. It's always good to have the grandparents do the dirty work, putting the gingerbread houses together. Here are our haunted gingerbread houses. We've done 10 crooked gingerbread houses.